all right. LDWMMAC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Cris Cyborg versus Julia Budd. The super fight. Cris Cyborg's legacy. For Cris Cyborg's legacy. Man, if Cris Cyborg were to win this fight, okay, she'd be the first female to win 4 belts in 4 different organizations. Julia Budd, hey, Julia Budd is a big, strong, tough competitor. Her strength, everybody talk about how strong she is. But would that be enough to deal with the onslaught of Cris Cyborg? Would it be enough? You know, people were saying Cris Cyborg lost a step. People were saying this ain't the same Cris Cyborg of old. This ain't the same Cris. How did Cris react to that knockout she took? Cris Cyborg didn't look good against Felicia Spencer. Cris Cyborg went the distance with Holly Holm. Cris Cyborg this, Cris Cyborg that. Cris Cyborg. All the hate from Cris Cyborg. And now, Cris Cyborg goes in and defeats Julia Budd, who ain't lost a fight, what, in damn near 8 years. Julia Budd ain't lost a fight in damn near 8 years. Cris Cyborg went in there, and she dominated this fight from start to finish. Guys, I told y'all in this fight, Julia Budd, what she would try to do. I said that Julia Budd was going to try to bully Cris Cyborg. She was going to try to use the size advantage to do it. She tried to, but it didn't work. Let me tell you something, you know, guys, people that, you know, if you're ever going to get into the fight game, underhook. Cris Cyborg controlled Julia Budd with the simple underhook. She did it. Julia Budd didn't even know what to do when put in the underhook. Cris Cyborg rotated Julia Budd. She started with an onslaught of knees to the body. And you know, people thought that Cris Cyborg would not want to engage Julia Budd in close quarters. No, Cris Cyborg went and got that smoke. Okay? Cris Cyborg went and got that smoke. She went and took the smoke, went close to the action, and Cris Cyborg even had like, what, 2 takedowns in the fight. Like, to see Cris Cyborg wrestle. So now all this stuff about what Cris Cyborg can't wrestle, that's been answered, okay? That's been answered. Cris Cyborg is a high-level wrestler. Okay, as we can see in this fight, she's very high level. So now the questions will take Cris to the ground. That's the only way it can get done. No, no more. No more. Okay? Cris Cyborg has a ground game. The question is answered. Solution solved. Where are the holes at in Chris's game now for all you people that, oh, we just don't like Cyborg. Oh, we just want to hate. Cris Cyborg dominated this fight. Julia Budd never had a chance. Cris Cyborg was jabbing Julia Budd to death. Julia Budd didn't know what to do against the jab. Julia Budd had her spots and moments where she came back with counter right hands and she countered off of Chris's weak jab. That's about it. And then as soon as Julia Budd threw a punch or a kick, Cris Cyborg pounced on her like a damn cat. Cris Cyborg pounced on her like a cat. And I'm talking about, man, she pounced on her like a cat and jumped on her and she whooped Julia Budd's ass. Whooped her ass. Had Julia Budd in the center of the octagon, whooped her ass. Had Julia Budd in the clinch, whooped her ass. Had Julia Budd on the cage, whooped her ass. Had Julia Budd on the ground, whooped her ass. Folks, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Cyborg Nation, we got behind Cris Cyborg. Because all the lies that Dana White wanted to tell, we got behind Cris Cyborg. We stood behind Cris Cyborg. Cris Cyborg lost. We stood behind Cris Cyborg. See, not like a lot of these Johnny-come-lately fans that if they favorite fighter lose, they still not there. Right here on CSH Combat Sports, we've been right here every step of the way with Cyborg Nation. We've been right here. We put out videos about the fight. We put out videos about the fight. Okay, we put out videos. We talked about this fight. And we talked about this fight. Because, see, we fans. We don't care if Cris Cyborg loses 100 fights. We don't care. Because, see, Cyborg Nation don't ever die. Cyborg Nation don't die. See, what Cyborg Nation do, we run and we roll strong with Cris Cyborg. We roll. Cris Cyborg is a damn good fighter. I don't care what anybody say. Well, Cris resume this, Cris resume that. Okay, but then Cris Cyborg, Julia Budd, they fought some of the same people. Cris Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, they fought some of the same people. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. Cris Cyborg, Julia Budd, and Amanda Nunes, they're 3 good fighters. Why can't we just leave it at that? They're 3 good fighters. Cris Cyborg did what she needed to do. She went in here, she took what was hers, she won what was hers, and she did it impressively. Okay, she broke Julia Budd down, broke her down. The bigger, stronger fighter broke her down in every part of the fight. She broke her down in the clinch. She broke her down with wrestling. She broke her down in the countering department. She did everything she needed to do. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now what? Now what's going to happen, y'all? Now what's going to happen now with the future of Bellator? Does Julia Budd get an immediate rematch? I don't think so. I don't even think that it's plausible for Julia Budd to get a rematch. Why? Not right now. Okay? Not right now. I think Julia Budd just need to, I think she need to chill, fight somebody else, get a tune-up fight, and then come back and fight for the belt again. Okay? Watching Julia Budd get beat like that, y'all. Watching Julia Budd get beat like that. Just get beat. After a while, it's just like, I start thinking to myself, are they going to throw the towel in? Is the referee going to stop this fight? Is he going to do anything to protect Julia Budd? Julia took a beating in there, y'all. She took a beating. Wow. Cris Cyborg is a good fighter. And it doesn't matter what you guys say. Why do I support Cris Cyborg? Because I want to. Why do I support Cris Cyborg? Because I want to. The same reason why you go and you late for your job every day. The same reason why you ain't washed your ass in 5 days. Okay? The same reason why you do what you do, because you want to. Well, I deal with Cris Cyborg because I want to. Cris Cyborg is a G in my eyes. Cris Cyborg is one hell of a fighter in my eyes. Cris Cyborg has done what no other fighter's done. 4 different belts in 4 different organizations. That's a first. Cris Cyborg is a legend. Cris Cyborg is a legend. And Cris Cyborg came, she saw, and she destroyed. She destroyed. Amazing. A job very well done by Cris Cyborg. Through all the ridicule that this woman has taken for damn near 2 decades, for all the man jokes that this woman has taken for over a decade, for the discrimination she received at the hands of Dana White and the UFC, for the UFC lying on Cris Cyborg, for everything that she's been through. This is bittersweet. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. Cris Cyborg is a legendary fighter. And you got all these haters coming to the comment thread. All these haters, but listen, what can you say? Cris Cyborg won. It doesn't matter. She's the Bellator champion. She defeated the Bellator champion that reigned for years. Doesn't matter. Cris Cyborg is a Hall of Fame legendary fighter, and there's not a damn thing that any one of y'all can do about it. Yeah.